Abaddon's narrow gaze fixed with irritation on the gray-haired man hunched over his computer. Name of Malone. The doctor had mistakenly thought he could control and even experiment on dragons. The nerve. He'd since been taught the error of his ways, and now found himself a prisoner that still lacked respect. Despite being captured and forced to work for Abaddon, the greatest dragon in the world, the wretched scientist persisted in being surly, uncooperative, and just plain annoying. For example, despite Abaddon's demand for a full list of volcanoes that had been tampered with, unnaturally forced to erupt, Malone avoided giving a direct reply. Instead, he posed his own question. Why would you want to know about the cones that failed to react to the protocol? In other words, volcanoes that didn't blow their top. Malone also fell back on, why waste your time checking out the places that didn't produce a dragon? Because Abaddon wanted to be sure no eggs had hatched. The fact that Malone and his subordinates hadn't detected a dragon at these supposed failed attempts didn't mean one of his kind hadn't emerged from its shell. And even if the suspected dragon hadn't matured, Abaddon still wanted it. A collection of potential rivals had some appeal. Stop being difficult and hand over the locations of the volcanoes you tampered with, Abaddon commanded. Or what? Kill me and you won't get any answers. Nostrils steamed as irritation boiled within, fueling a belly full of flames. How easy it would be to incinerate Malone into a smoldering pile of ash. However, Abaddon had to restrain himself because, while annoying, the man with the silvery temples held a veritable treasure trove of knowledge in his head. Pity cracking open his skull and slurping his brains wouldn't transfer that information. It had been tried to no avail in the past. You seem to forget I can make your life unpleasant, Abaddon pointed out. It already is, so you can stop with the threats. Why don't you go bother Leo? He's the one who paid for the operation. A surly Malone reminded him, without even turning to look at him.